Hello everyone, my name is Ark and welcome back to another SH Figuarts review. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the strongest Earthling in all of Dragon Ball, the one and only Krillin, the Earth's strongest man. So, this guy, I got him through Big Bad Toy Store. If you ever want to get your any type of collectibles, SH Figuarts, all that kind of stuff, get it through Big Bad Toy Store. They have good prices, sometimes really good sales, because I got this guy on a sale for around 30 or so bucks. So he was good. So that's why I have him right here. So let's get him out of there and see what he comes with. Alright, so here we have Krillin. So this guy, honestly, even from just looking at him, he looks absolutely perfect. He looks so accurate to just the series itself already. He is completely bald. He seems to be quite height accurate to pretty much every other figure. And he does have the 3.0 body sculpt that a lot of people hate, a lot of people love. I'm in the middle. So, he does have the basic orange gi that he normally wears throughout the series. He does have the waistband and also the little waistband ends that do rotate. Now, aesthetic, it looks good. There's not much paint job throughout the figure besides a couple of small shading sections throughout the legs and maybe throughout the body, but mostly the legs. The legs do look a little bit shinier than the actual shirt section of the figure, but that's mainly because they probably had to paint out the actual sculpt of the figure. The boots, a little bit different. I will have to refresh my mind as to how he looked like throughout the Cell saga and also previous sagas from there on, because I did not remember his boots being this dark in color. They are definitely like a blue grayish with a streak of blue, marine blue, ultramarine blue throughout the top and bottom of the figure. He does have white soles, which is really nice. If you can focus, thank you. So, in terms of the articulation for this Krillin figure, it should be basic. For the head, we have a double ball jointed peg, and he does come with this thing, which I will get into in just a couple of minutes. So, double ball jointed head can move forward that much, can look up that much. Not the greatest, to be honest. Honestly, he cannot even look up at all. I'm quite surprised. For the torso, he can crunch forward that far, crunches back that far. He does have a 360 rotation possibility on the arms, for both of them, of course. He does have butterfly joints that can extend up to that far. Not the greatest, but it works, actually. Great range, actually. Not too shabby. For the arms, he does have a bicep swivel, a wrist swivel, double jointed elbows, and that's pretty much it. He does look pretty good. That elbow does look really nice. It does not look so obscure to the point where it doesn't look appealing at all. So I think it works. There is a slight color differentiation between the actual elbow joint and the sculpted arm, but it's barely noticeable. It's just noticeable in real up close in person. He does have the turtle gi symbol, and he does have a waist swivel, but as you can hear, mine is probably a little bit stuck, so I don't want to move it that much anymore. So yeah, waist swivel. The splits, near perfect 180-degree splits. That's awesome. That's the power of the 3.0. Can kick forward that far, can kick backwards this much, and that's because he has sculpted butt cheeks. One of the downsides of the 3.0 figures, but that's besides the point. So in terms of the leg, he does have a thigh swivel, double jointed knee. I did not do any of that, so that just fell off without me touching it. So it seems that the knees are probably going to be an issue with this guy. Let's see. Does it do it again? It does. So I have already seen why it does that. So let me show you guys real quick. As you can see, here is the leg and the knee joint. If you can see how it is sculpted, it is meant to match the shape of the bottom of the leg. So when you move this section, you're first moving the joint over here on the thigh. You're moving it, and as you put slight pressure, you saw that. So this section, and unless you move it till like about here, you're gonna make the kneecap fall and probably not stay put, realistically, actually. So you can make it stay after you put it on, but it's gonna fall off. See? I barely nudged it and it fell off. So that is one thing with this Krillin. I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue, but it might for some people because these are small pieces. This is literally as big and smaller than my thumb. So it's like you can lose this stuff pretty easily, and you're paying a pretty penny for figures that should be very well articulated. Now, one of my questions is why they didn't sculpt the knee just as a whole. They do it with the elbows. Like, imagine if this elbow was a whole separate section from the actual figure. That would be terrifying. To like, just imagine you just lose the elbow out of nowhere and you don't know where it is. So there is that. So does it do it on the other one? No. That is very odd. It doesn't do it on the other one. I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, it does. It just didn't fall off because I didn't put it down. So there is that. And it might get stuck while moving it. So one of the downsides to this Krillin already. Now for the nearing the end of the articulation section, we do have a foot hinge. Goes forward that much, goes backwards this much. Does not have much of a foot pivot, but it works nonetheless. Toe joint, pretty bad. Honestly, not seamless enough, but it works. It works nonetheless. Now, before we get into the accessories, here is how Krillin scales to other figures. The Legendary Super Saiyan Goku, SH Monster Arts Kong exclusive from 2021, Super Saiyan Gohan from the Cell games. Alright, so in terms of accessories, they did not skimp out for this guy. Honestly, makes sense. It's probably going to be the only Krillin they'll make in the next couple of years, so I see no issue with it. Now, he comes with 3 separate head sculpts and the little pegs, as you can see. He comes with an angry face looking to the side. Looks great. A shocked expression when he's probably getting the kiss from Android 18. And an angry sort of shouting expression when he's probably shooting a Kamehameha. Now, hand accessories. He comes with a lot. We do have 2 Ki Blast shooting hands, 2 fighting pose hands, grasping hands, for some reason instant transmission hands, and the Destructo Disc hands, and an additional hand for the Sensu Bean. Because why not? He is Dr. Sensu Bean after all, so makes sense that he has one. And last but not least is the Destructo Disc. Pretty good, actually. Like it's actually quite solid. I was not expecting that. I expected it to be very flimsy. But yeah, it does have the peg here. You grab whatever hand you want, left or right, put it on there, and it looks good. That is great. And you can barely see the peg, so you can actually kind of tell that it's floating. It's not actually touching the hand at all, so that's really nice. So, going into my final thoughts for this Krillin, I'm quite surprised. Honestly, I did not expect him to be this good. Now, there are a couple of issues, mainly those kneecaps. Very odd that they sculpted him separately. They added the kneecaps and just attached them with a peg. That does not necessarily work. They're too small. They're going to fall apart very easily. That is one of my biggest gripes of this figure. Articulation, very good. Kind of sad that he doesn't look up at all, if any. So you're going to have to like crunch his back backwards and then make him look up by force. Accessories, they're great, honestly. All of these accessories are great. And for a $50-something figure, I think it's completely worth it to get him even at retail price right now. Again, Big Bad Toy Store has him. Go ahead, get him. He's honestly a great figure. And he scales really well with other SH Figuarts. He's like the perfect height. As I've already shown, I showed 3 different figures that he scales perfectly with. So as a final verdict for this guy, I am going to give him an 8 out of 10. I have given my gripes already as to why I kind of dislike it in some sections, but it's still really good otherwise. And that's just because of the knees and not being able to look up. I think some of the articulation limitations are there, and you're not going to be able to get the best poses with him, but he is very good nonetheless. An 8 is an outstanding number, especially with a lot of different issues that Tamashii has done in the last couple of months with figures and stuff. So yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, stick around for more. I do have videos uploading every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of the week at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. And this is pretty much the first time I ask you guys to subscribe and like if you want. I'm not forcing you, but do expect more videos to come for both SH Figuarts, Monster Arts, and all the other sorts. But that is all I have for you guys today, so I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.